Stents, fresh off a huge win in Sydney. How's the week been for you and the squad?
Yeah, it's been really positive. It's always good to travel away together and then to come away with the result and some points is always good for the group and really lifts the mood and the spirits. So yeah, training's been really positive this week. Majority of the squad's on the track and fit and healthy and available. So it's been a good week to build towards Perth.
Coming off an emotional and physical win and our first win in Sydney ever, what kind of effect can a result have on the season and in the coming weeks?
Yeah, it's really important to get that result. We've sort of had a similar experience earlier in the season where we played Newcastle and weren't able to hold on, and it was a 3-3 draw. But we responded well from that, and it just gives a little bit of extra sense of belief and confidence. Like we thought against Sydney, we were pretty good for about 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and then sort of let them back into the game. So that's probably something we've focused on this week, how we can be a little bit more resilient in those moments and manage the game a little bit better if we need to. But to concede the way we did and then go down the other end and continue to look for a winner, I just think it shows how strong mentally this group is and how driven they are.
And the day after the game, opportunity for the girls to have a bit of an extra bonding session at the airport. Our flight was cancelled.
Yeah.
The girls got back okay eventually.
Yeah, got back okay eventually, and yeah, they were fine. Just an opportunity to spend a few extra hours together in the airport. So yeah, no issues with that.
On to more serious matters now. How's the health of the squad this week? We've got a familiar face back on the track, albeit modified.
Yeah, it's great to have our captain back and training with the group. So Izzy's been involved in some modified training for the first time this year, and like I said, everyone else is fit and healthy and available for selection. So we'll continue to ramp up her return to play, hopefully some more contact training, and then to build some conditioning into her over the weeks and see if we can get her in that squad. But there's going to be some competition there for her and other players as well, because we've got players that we feel could be starters in our team and they can't even make the match day 16 at the moment. So it's a really great position for our squad to be in. We're healthy, we're fit, we're strong, we're confident. We're really looking forward to each game each week, and the internal pressure there is there, so players know they need to perform, and that's a great position for me to be in as a coach and a great position for our squad to be in as well.
Bit of a headache for you, but how do you deal with that within the squad? Obviously, you can't keep everyone happy. So tell us what you do as a coach to try and ease that competitiveness.
Yeah, I think the competitiveness is positive, so it needs to be there because the games on the weekend are certainly very competitive. All I can do is be honest with players and just let them know, where they're at. And it's not so much what they need to do to get into the squad, it's about them remaining as consistent as they possibly can, so that when we do look to make changes or we do need to call upon someone that's currently not playing, we have the confidence in them to bring them in because their training form has been consistent and quality. So that's really what we're after. But because the team's been performing well and we've been able to get some results and put in some good performances, they just need to be patient if they're not in the squad and keep pushing from underneath.
Two key personalities within the squad. If you could give us an update on Fiona Works and how impressed were you with Dylan at the weekend, and if she's could be a possibility to start?
Yeah, so both those players are in the frame to play this weekend. I think Fiona's over her injury, so we'll just assess where she's at and whether we can get some tactical advantage by having her in the squad as well. And if she's fit and healthy and available, we expect to select her. And it was good for Dylan to get those 10 or 15 minutes off the bench. It's been a long time since she's played, so we're just thankful that she got through okay. And we know, because we've had the experience of other players being through it already this year after a long layoff, that she'll just continue to build and grow into the season and into the role that we want her to play. So, yeah, she's available for selection as well.
Another doubleheader at Cooper's tomorrow night. Doubleheaders are always special. And we're up against Perth Glory after a bit of revenge after our defeat in WA a few weeks ago.
Yeah, not so much revenge, more so, firstly, we love playing at Cooper's, so it's great to be here. Great to train here and get a game here, and we're here for the next couple of weeks, so I'd really encourage as many fans to get out and come and watch and support the women's team, because they're worth coming to watch, and then stick around for the men's game as well. They've been fantastic so far this year, the supporters, so that's great. And yeah, just touching on Perth Glory, it's more about the fact that when we played them over there, we just felt like we were a little bit off and weren't at our best, and so we just really want to try and rectify that more for ourselves rather than trying to get one back over the opponent. They've been in pretty good form recently. They'll be a tough side to play against, and they certainly made it difficult for us over in Perth, and so we're under no illusions as to how difficult and challenging this game is going to be, but we feel like we can pose challenges and difficulties for any squad that we play against as well.
Good stuff. And just lastly, the Comeback Matilda squad has just been announced. Matilda McNamara not quite making it to the squad, but she's an emergency. I guess just a word on Matilda. Are you disappointed she didn't make the team, or is it a good achievement for Matilda?
Yeah, I still think it's a good achievement. She's competing with some very good players for game time and positions in that Matilda squad. I certainly think she deserves to be in the conversation, and then it's up to the coaching staff and selectors to do what they want to do. But all I know is that we've been rapt to have Matilda back. We think she's been in really good form this season. She's a fantastic leader out on the field. She's great in and amongst the group off the field as well, and she's just a quality professional. So I've got a lot of faith that if they do end up calling on her, either in this window or a future one, that she'll be able to stand up and do a really good job and show that she's at that level.
So good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.